So this would be sneak peek 2 of the next Clash of Clans update, and today we're going to explore a new building, new defense, new troop, and new spell option. What's going on, my friends from Clash of Clans? We got some more update content for you today. So if you watched the last sneak peek where we discussed some of the quality of life changes, I mentioned that the Builder's Apprentice button was being removed from the Town Hall's menu. There's a reason for this, of course. The Builder's Apprentice is getting his own building called the Helper's Hut. This building will be unlocked when a Town Hall 8 player upgrades to Town Hall 9. The Helper's Hut will be located in the shop under the Resources tab for 1 million elixir and no build time, and this building doesn't have any additional levels either. Of course, if you're playing a level higher than Town Hall 9, this building will become available when this update goes live. Once the building is placed on your village, you will discover that there's also a new character coming to Clash of Clans called the Lab Assistant. If you've used the Builder's Apprentice before, you should be very familiar with how the Lab Assistant will work. He helps speed up research upgrades in the laboratory. That's a good thing. He will be available for use 1 time a day for 1 hour, and he can be leveled up to increase his working speed. The first level of the Lab Assistant will be offered to players for free, and then he becomes upgradable by way of gems. At Town Hall 10, he can be upgraded 2 levels for 500 gems each. Then at Town Hall 11, he can be upgraded to level 4 for another 500 gems. At Town Hall 12, he can be upgraded to levels 5 and 6 for 750 gems each. Town Hall 13, he can go to levels 7 and 8 for an additional 750 gems. Then at Town Hall 14, levels 9 and 10 will be offered for 1,000 gems each. Level 11 is available at Town Hall 15 for another 1,000 gems. And lastly, the Lab Assistant can be upgraded to level 12 for another 1,000 gems at Town Hall 16. So in total, to level up the Lab Assistant, it will cost 8,500 gems to unlock a times 12 working speed. There is also one visual improvement that comes with the new Helper's Hut, which will be a pop-up of a hand waving to show you that an assistant is available for use. Now this one's actually quite welcome because I'm continuously forgetting to activate my Builder's Apprentice. It just happens. They are also adding an option so that way you can keep the assistant assigned to a particular upgrade until completed, so you do not have to pick the same upgrade each day, which is also really nice. Moving on to a very unique spell coming in this update. The Revive spell is a making of the healer's own special recipe. This spell brings a defeated hero in its range back into the fight with some health. By bringing this spell into battle, a floating golden heart will appear above any defeated hero that can be revived. To unlock this new spell, the spell factory needs to be upgraded to level 8 at Town Hall 15. At level 1, the Revive spell will revive a hero within its 8-tile radius. The revived hero will receive 60% of its health upon regeneration. The spell can be leveled up again to level 2, which will increase the hero heal percentage to 65. Then at Town Hall 16, with a level 14 laboratory, the Revive spell can be upgraded to level 3, which will increase the hero heal to 70%. And then at Town Hall 17, with a level 15 laboratory, the spell can be upgraded to a maximum level of 4 to increase the hero heal to 75%. Now, with this spell, it is very, very unique. But then again, I also kind of relate it to the Recall spell, feeling that it might be one of those spells that's either attack or user specific and not used very often by everybody else. Now with that new spell is also a new troop called the Thrower, who hurls mighty spears from long range at enemies and defenses. The Thrower can be unlocked by upgrading the barracks to level 18 at Town Hall 16. Looking at this troop stats for level 1, you can see that it is a mid-tier ranged troop with 1,800 hit points, 180 damage per second, and it's a single target troop with 16 camp housing space that targets both ground and air. Basically, this troop will attack anything. The Thrower can be upgraded again at Town Hall 16 to level 2 for 21 million elixir and a 14-day upgrade time to increase its hit points by 150 points and 10 additional points of damage per second. Then at Town Hall 17, this troop can be upgraded to its max of level 3 to unlock 150 more hit points points and 10 more points of damage per second for 23 million elixir and a 16-day upgrade time. Now, when placing this troop in a test battle scenario, the thrower demonstrates its ability by finding his target, moving to a tile approximately 6 tiles away from the cannon, and hurling the giant spear 5 times to destroy its target. Now, unfortunately, the thrower takes significant damage from the cannon in the process and easily gets picked off by the long-range archer tower. So based on review of all the defensive buildings' ranges, the thrower cannot outrange anything and will be hit by defending buildings. However, keep in mind that this troop will attack anything, so destroying non-defensive buildings over walls could be an option for this troop. And moving on into the last new exciting feature coming to Clash of Clans, when players upgrade to Town Hall 17, a new defensive building called the Firespitter will be unlocked upon completion. The Firespitter spews flames at a fire rate faster than the X-Bow. If it misses, the Firespitter will shoot past its target to deal damage to enemies behind it. Now, this action can be easily compared to the scatter shot, like when it fires at one ground troop, it does a splash damage back behind it, it hits other troops. This building can be found in the shop under the defenses tab, and there are actually 2 of these buildings that can be built for 22.5 million gold and a 15-day build time. Now, this defense is very unique because it can be rotated and set to cover a select section of the base. So in reality, since there are 2 of these buildings, you could cover 2 sectors of the village. The Firespitter at level 1 has a large amount of both hit points and damage per second, which covers a massive 16-tile zone that can hit both ground and air troops. It can be upgraded again to level 2 for increased hit points, damage per second, and damage per hit for 23 million gold and a 16-day upgrade time. Now, Clash of Clans has also decided to add supercharged levels to the Firespitter, as well as the other new defensive levels at Town Hall 17. With charge level 1 gaining 17 points of damage per second and 2 more points of damage per hit, while a charge 2 increases the hit points of the building by 250 points. In an attack example with the thrower, you can see that the Firespitter can only attack in one direction at a time, so with the thrower spread out, they were able to easily overpower this new defense. But if we release the same amount of throwers in the same place, the Firespitter is far more effective at taking out multiple targets before it's destroyed. So in reality, when you're facing off against the Firespitter, you probably want to have it placed like in the center of the base where troops tend to group up, because if it's spread out, they're going to easily take it down. So I know a lot of you guys want to see an attack done probably with all of this new equipment and, buildings and Town Hall 17 and everything else, but I think I'm going to wait until the next sneak peek. And the reason behind that is because the next one is probably the biggest one out of the entire update. Town Hall 17 looks and sounds really, really cool, but there's one change that's going to affect a lot more players that I'm really, really excited about, so make sure you check back in tomorrow.